In today's video, we're going to talk about landing page speed in Google Ads, including, why it's so important, how to check yours, and what also you can do to improve yours as well. Now, firstly, just to briefly explain, why you want to make sure that your landing page loads quickly. And the most obvious reason really is that on average, if your landing page takes longer than a few seconds to load, then the chances are people aren't going to wait around very long and they're probably just going to click on somebody else's ad instead and go to their landing page. Because as we're living in an attention economy, we really do have less patience when it comes to, websites that don't load quickly. So we really do want to make sure our landing page loads quickly to minimize the amount of people that click on our ads that don't even get to see what we have on our landing page in the first place. And another reason why it's so important as well is because it's one of the biggest contributors to your landing page experience, and landing page experience then is one of the three contributors that leads to your overall quality score. So you want to make sure that, as you can see here inside your keywords, that, you have your quality score here, and then you have your expected click-through rate, ad relevance, and landing page experience. All three of these are which going to contribute to your overall quality score. Meaning that, if you have a good landing page that loads quickly and has relevant content, it's going to help you get a higher quality score, and having a higher quality score is also going to help you get a cheaper cost per click overall. And for those of you as well that don't know how to, pull up those columns to see those metrics, all you have to do is go to columns, modify columns, and go to all columns then, and then you just come down to quality score to put in your quality score, click-through rate, landing page experience, and ad relevance. And apart from, landing page experience and quality score and so on, on average, the faster your landing page loads, I'm sure the higher your conversion rate is going to be, because you want to give the user the most seamless experience possible. And making sure your landing page loads quickly is one of the first things you should do, just to make sure that you're making the process of converting from a click into a lead as simple as possible. Now, what we can do to actually test the speed of our landing page to make sure that, there isn't any major issues with it that it would be causing it to underperform, is that we can go to Google and just type in page speed insights, and it should be the first link that appears at the top of the page. And that'll bring you to this page here where you can copy and paste in the link to your landing page, which we'll do right now. And once you press analyze, then it's going to start running an analysis for you straight away. And we just pasted in one of the landing pages that we're running, and it'll tell you whether you kind of passed or failed an initial assessment. And then it's just going to start loading up more metrics for you down below as well. So obviously you want to see that, the vitals assessment passes in the first place, but just to walk you through each of these individual metrics that give you more insight on your landing page loading speed. So the first one here, your largest contentful paint, is basically how long it takes for the largest, piece of content on your landing page to load. So for example, if you have a video on your landing page, or, an image that's bigger than the rest, then it's how long does it take for that part to load. And on average, anything below 2 seconds is considered good. And if it's longer than 3 or 4 seconds, then the chances are then it could probably do with a bit of work to, improve that stat. Then the next one, then your cumulative layout shift, is a metric that's given to you based on when people are interacting with the landing page, how the content, moves or interacts with them as they're scrolling through the page. So you want to keep this number as low as possible, and ideally close to zero, because anything above 0.3 or zero point 0.4, as far as I'm aware, would be considered needing improvement. Because when you think about scrolling on a website that's poorly designed, for example, when you're trying to press one part of the page or scroll through a part of the page, but then it does something else, then that's basically, what having a bad score in this case would mean. Now, the first contentful paint then is similar to the largest, but basically is how long it takes for the first piece of content to load on the page. And ideally, you want to have this, under 2 seconds as well. And in this case, we can see that there's actually room for improvement for this number here. Now, it's only just above what you'd consider optimal, but in general as well, you'd also want to keep this under 2 seconds, and anything over 3 or 4 seconds would be considered needing improvement. Time to first byte then is also similar, but it's more so how long it takes for the first piece of data to actually reach the browser that they're searching from. And as far as I'm aware for this one, it should be under about 0.5 seconds being ideal. But you can see here as well that it's kind of just above what's considered optimal, and wouldn't necessarily be considered needing massive changes. But you can see here whether it's in, green, orange, or red, how good or bad each of these metrics are. and you'll be given an overall score as well for your landing page speed test. Now, to improve your overall speed, there are a lot of things you can do. For example, optimizing the images and content on the page. You don't want to have any redirects, and you can also do things like, enabling browser caching and so on. But one of the simplest things you can really do to just make sure that you have a good landing page speed overall, regardless of the amount of landing pages that you're running, is simply just using a landing page software rather than any website builders, because using a landing page software, they understand that landing page speed is a really important metric. So if you're hosting your landing pages on one of these softwares, then the chances are that you're never really going to have any issues with your landing page speed. Now, the landing page software that we use is Landingly, and there are also plenty of other landing page softwares out there as well. But just using a landing page software in general is going to help you a lot when it comes to your landing page speed and landing page experience overall. Now, I hope this video helped and gave you some more insight when it comes to landing page speed in general, its importance, how to actually test yours, and some things you can as well do to improve yours overall. Now, if you do have any questions about anything we mentioned in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you like this kind of Google Ads related content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video.